not gonna lie, the first like 3 minutes of this video is just gonna be me quietly smoking a cigarette. So could be worse, could be paint drying. I'll talk after. Fast forward like a minute. It's raining. I can't relax because it feels like someone's watching me relax. I shouldn't have started this stuff for this. Well, face that way. It's all gone in the house. I could tell that wasn't a big H. Please don't make me laugh, just start the video. Oh, hello there. Welcome. I'm 6 months pregnant. I'm not 6 months pregnant. I'm overweight. Because get fat or don't be here was kind of my processor. I don't like doing the videos here. Why is there an avocado here? That's the question on everybody's lips. Yeah, because they're quite personal thingies, aren't they? So even though I'm putting it out into the internet, it always feels weird that the neighbours can hear. But smoking's a funny one at the minute. I feel like I'm using the system very much on the understanding that they are more than likely a population control tool, and I'm aware of that, and I'm consciously decided to pick it back up because I want to use the system against itself. I know that they're addictive. I also know how to stop, and I know that it's helping me through in the short term. So I kind of feel like I'm getting a bit of a win against the system, which is not set up for us to prosper, I would suggest. So with avocado in tow, it's a funny one, that, isn't it? I'm consciously aware that in the past I will use substances, whether that be alcohol or weed or general partying or chocolate, or what other things of escape? They're the main ones. Self-destructive behaviour. But now that I know that, I feel like I'm approaching it from a different. I'm not. Smoking's not using me. I'm using smoking, and there's a difference. So, in the immediate short term, because I had a really nice day and a couple of really nice days, and it does take the edge off, and I know how to stop. You do 20 cigarettes, no lozenges or nicotine or whatever they're called, and then you do 19 cigarettes and 1 lozenge, and then you do 18 cigarettes and 2 lozenges, and then 17 cigarettes and 3, and you work it through until you're just on the nicotine replacement, and then fade off them. That's how you do it. So I'm trying to use the system rather than the system using me. Exercise, boxing saves me. I don't know, it changes something in my, I don't know, genetics or I don't know, but it just changes me. I just feel so much, I feel completely different after I boxed. It does something to me. And I think everyone might have that thing of like their thing, and then try and do as much of it as possible. The difficulty I have though is that being unfit and not having trained consistently. I trained sporadically for a long time, but never trained consistently, just because of life shit, really. Whether that be finding about my abuse or life shit, it always seems to like stop the growth. But then because boxing is a motor skill, you get rusty, but you don't forget it. It's like riding a bike, kind of. So, I was going to make a point. I was watching Jimmy Carr and Joe Rogan, and Jimmy Carr interrupts a lot. You're not doing the UK. The last one was worse. I'm only about 20 minutes in, or half an hour into the new one. The last one, Jimmy, mate. You need to read the Rudyard Kipling poem, If. Because no one likes to know it all. And stop interrupting Joe Rogan. It's fucking Joe Rogan. I'll be on there one day. Correct. What was the point I was going to make? What were they talking about? They were talking about how motherhood is like, to say that motherhood is really important, is like a right-wing thing. I was like, is it? It's the only important thing in the history of everything. It's the most important thing. So, I have completely lost my train of thought as to why I came to do this. I came out to relax, using smoking rather than smoking using me. Rugby league, rugby union, and boxing. That's 3. And then pro wrestling, that's 4. And then football coaching is 5. And then there's some other ones that I want to do, like masters athletics. Let's see how many barriers I can change. What the blimmin' heck were they talking about that inspired me to do a video? Half this video has been me smoking. So this probably isn't the best content I've ever made. They're talking about the authenticity of, the authenticity of podcasts, and like people wanted to hear and see that. Definitely, the mainstream media is like so agendaed. Can't believe a bloody thing that goes on. Even subliminal messaging. Like, I spoke about the music and stuff before. That is awful. That is awful. Started making some music again recently. Bit of singing, bit of rapping. Yeah. And went to a monkey forest today. Saw some monkeys. Why are you saying at me, pal? I need to get the Oh, that's what I know about. I need to get a rain cover out in a minute. But flowers. You realise that you're blocking the whole view. Right, I'm the star of the show, not you. Why is he leaning against it? Okay, you can be the star of the show, Red. What do you want to talk about? Dog ownership is great. Is great. If you've not got a dog, you have to get one. I rescued one yesterday. That was cool. Oscar. I thought a better name for him was Cheech, and I missed my doctor's appointment because of it. But he's very, very cute and it's very intense, and I very much enjoyed meeting him. Now I'm completely covered in dog hair. Look at that belly. Injuries. Because I've not been able to consistently train. You build up a bit of a base. Like, I'm not fucked. Considering how overweight I am, my fitness is actually surprising, but still bad. But I eat a lot of chocolate. I binge eat. Dopamine. I need to run more. Running is the thing that I need to get into. I enjoy running. I enjoy running a lot. I prefer boxing though. I've written a children's book as well. It's not about avocados though. Reiki healing music, all that kind of Eastern medicine, that is interesting. That shit works. That shit works. Listen to me. It does though. Because everything's made up of vibrations and frequencies, and I don't know about it. That's what I have a felt sense when I'm listening to it, which is where all this came from. Because all the crystal stuff and meditation and all that stuff before, I was just like losers. But actually, it really, really works. Especially for stress management or calming down or pre-sleep, stretching. I definitely realised that energy centers like the chakras, I store different emotions and different. You know when they say you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's because you store stress up here. So I get really bad stress migraines. And I know that it's stress because I'm stressed up my head. So you can do certain stretches to alleviate that, and that seems to work. A lot of my anger and sadness goes into my right hip flexor. Stress goes to my neck and shoulders. There's something with my tight right groin as well. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't attributed that to what. I think that might be anger. But I always feel a release when I stretch it out, which is really cool. There's definitely credence in Eastern medicine. The TV, man. The people that control this part of the world, I don't necessarily think they have our best interests at heart. It's quite the opposite. It's probably control and loss of it because they have lost control. Or losing. I think Europe's the last stand. That's why I thought there was going to be a war. A military one. But Europe can't win. They just can't. And also Brexit, what the fuck's that about? They've gone back on Brexit. But why is it right wing to say that motherhood's the only important thing? Because it actually, literally is. We've just had our value systems dismantled through the media. We're all confused. Especially teenage lads. Seem to be very, very confused. Are you a drill rapper or are you on the sunbeds? I had an argument with someone at university because he thought he was a bad man. We had a big argument outside a nightclub, and I said, "Bad man don't go to uni." Because she's like, "Yeah, blood, sick blood." It's a white kid. Yeah, blood, sick blood. Yeah, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up now, innit? I was like, firstly, no, you won't. Secondly, you're not bad. Bad man don't go to uni. But the whole narcissism thing. We live in mass narcissism. We're all having children later, and it's just, I don't know. It stinks a bit to me, to be honest. Everyone's more concerned about how they look rather than how they are, which is, I don't want to say wrong, because that attaches a little bit of judgment on my part, but like, certainly misguided. Also, I don't know if you've ever driven around in a fast car. It's not that fun. It's a bit scary. It's not fun. It's expensive. You don't want to crash it, and it's fast, and it's just not the one. It's not for me, at least, anyway. I like cruising. Go slow, tunes on. That's the steering wheel. This is a funny experience, isn't it, life? I'd like to set up a entrepreneur business seminar type thing, but because of my what's the word I'm looking for? Developing art of brushstrokes with a certain sergeant group. I'll get DBS checked, and I can't do teaching anymore. So maybe I should do more business stuff on here. Everyone should be investing in investment funds on platforms that you can find online. I'd use a paid one called Hargreaves Lansdown. eToro and stuff take a lot of your percentage on the sell and buy price, but it is free, and it has a virtual account. But compound interest is how the big boys get bigger, and the little boys can do it as well. Because if you go on a compound interest calculator and you put in, I can't remember the actual numbers now, but if you put in like £1,000 a year for 20 years, because at the end of that 1 year, so you put £1,000 in, at the end of the year, because the market goes up by 20% every year, that £1,000 will be worth, say it's 20%, be worth, no, it's 8%. It's gone up at least 8% for like 100 years. So what's 8%? 80 quid. So you'll have, at the end of the year, it won't be worth 1,000. You put it in the beginning of the year, you put 1,000 in at the end of the year, because the markets go up every year, and have done historically for a long time, you'll have 1,080. Then you put another 1,000 in, so you've got 2,080 for the second year, but you're not doubling the 1,000 and 1,000, you're doing 1,000 and 80, and that 80 then gets, so it doesn't go up, it goes up gradually, steadily more. So quick maths, at the end of the second year, you'll have 8% on top of 2,080. So what's that? I don't know, my maths is not good, but that's how it goes up every year, and that's how you can benefit. And it's an extraordinary amount over a course of time. So if you want to set up your kids, you should be doing compound, you should be investing in an ETF, you should be investing in an investment fund on a platform that is reputable, and you should do that every year forever. And everybody should be doing that, because we waste money on ciggies and avocados and nights out and things that lack meaning. And we're very short-sighted, want to get rich quick, and that's not how wealth's created. That's like flash in the pan shit. So having a diversified portfolio, having money in different things, and being entrepreneurial, public interests in stock market, private interests in your own entrepreneurial stuff, and real estate. Those kind of are the 3 pillars of wealth. Kind of, but now there's internet money as well, which, to be very honest, I'm not that well versed in. I'm thinking about doing value hold on crypto and doing the compound interest thing with crypto, but I haven't yet done it. As soon as BlackRock and stuff and that got involved in it, I was like, all right, fair enough, not a flash in the pan. But I'm from the old, my background's from like old school finance, so it was always kind of poo-pooed, because this is, you have to wear a tie and smart shoes and suit every day. So I found it quite stuffy. I didn't like it. But that's just me. But yeah, I'd like to do a business course. Maybe I should do some thinking about do some lessons on here. But I'd rather talk to people that have businesses and give them advice, because I've seen loads of different businesses do my old job. I know what makes businesses work, because literally all I did was look for businesses that were decent in certain parameters. The parameters obviously dictate what a good business is. So I know what a good business looks like, because that's kind of what, apart from getting pissed on the company card, that's what I did for 5 years, like non-stop. So I do know what a good business looks like, and I would like to impart some of that information to other people so they can move out of the system that is, in my opinion, designed to keep them marginalised. So, look up compound interest. Go on a compound interest calculator. It's really not that complex. You put it in an investment fund, and they're investing all the market basically. So it's like it doesn't go down. It goes up every year. Sometimes less, sometimes more. But the stock market's very much psychology as well. So if something is a good business, you know it's good business, and you've invested in it, it goes down, buy more. That's kind of a good idea. And it all swings and roundabouts, really. Obviously political and economic factors affect it a lot. But generally speaking, it's not as complicated as they like to make out. And I think they make it hard to get in, and they make it like Wall Street and all that to make it seem like unaccessible, but it's really not. It's actually really easy. And if you're just investing in an investment fund, you'd literally only need to put your money in the account, and it'll do it for you. BlackRock, Vanguard, some of the ones like that. Although the caveat to that is that you're just putting money into the richest people in the world, and that's just giving them more control. But that is going to be the way for a while, so jump on it, because the sooner you jump on it, the better life your kids are going to have. So, and do a side hustle. Side hustling has never been easier with AI and the internet. You can do it for free, just to take a little bit of extra time. And also, these kind of things are consistency based. It's not about doing loads all at once. It's about doing a little bit often. So posting, you don't even need to post once a day, because the algorithm picks you up on social media, especially Instagram. So it seems. So you just need to post 3 times a week, regularly, and use hashtags, and reply to comments. But not with just bullshit smileys. Like, actually try and conversate. Been learning how to box southpaw. Oh yeah, that was good. I had a good session on Friday at Wildcard. I started slow, but ended well. I think I was boxing. I think he's a pro. If he's not, he's a very good amateur. But I think I was boxing. I sparred a little bit with one of the pros. He's a big, tall fucker. And I ate quite a few shots, but I did catch him more than I thought I would, which was good. And especially I swapped to southpaw and hit him with a triple jab at the end, so I was felt very pleased. And then got very emotional afterwards. Because I had a bit of an argument with the coach, because I can't join in the sessions because my body's fucked. Bad wrists, bad legs, bad back. But you just find a way. You just don't stop. You just find a way. That's the thing with me. You can give up. I spoke to a woman in B&M the other day. She said she had bad sciatica. I was like, oh, I had that. I said, do you do much stretching? She went, yeah, but it just doesn't work. And I was like, well, I tried it and it does work. And she said, oh no, I went to the physio and he gave me these ones and it just made it worse. And I was like, yeah, don't listen to the bloody NHS physio. They're just bloody, no offence, but they're trying to do a good job, but they're just part of the system. Just do yoga for sciatica. Look it up on YouTube. And then do it a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit, and then never stop doing a little bit. And now it's actually raining. And I need to get the cover up because I have a couch outside, because just play ball a lot. on my own all the time with the dog and possibly baby and possibly partner, depending on how the wind's blowing. So that was a joke, by the way. Life's tough, life's challenging. It's all about forgiveness and understanding and support and love. And happiness shouldn't really be the goal. I had this conversation with my mate Ozzy, like happiness should be a goal of, I know this is how this is going to sound, but women and children. And men should chase fulfillment and then provide the opportunity for women and children to be happy. But I don't say that in a derogatory sense, because I think women are completely undervalued and should be celebrated at the absolute pinnacle of society. And I think that the system doesn't do that because we chase celebrity, money and fame. And I think that is all baseless bullshit. What? So the plan is to get me sideways. Good God, dog, but Jesus Christ. Imagine that when the baby was asleep. It's just impossible. Red, yes, da. Good boy. Good boy. There's your lot. Red, ven acá. Mira. Red. Señor Red, ven acá. Mira. Up. Up. Yeah. Oh, say bye, Red. Bye, Red. And get the doggy, because doggies are the most important thing. Doggies are women. It's literally nothing. Uh-oh, here comes Biggie. Uh-oh, here comes... Oh, my avocado ain't playing. Uh-oh, Sergeant Biggie's on the case. Sergeant Biggie's on the case. Flip it out, right. Peace out, players.